You're listening to the Super League pod, coming up on this second World Cup special edition of your favourite Rugby League podcast. We have news from around the world of Rugby League. We look back at round 3 and the quarter-finals from the Rugby League World Cup, as well as the progress of the Women's World Cup. We have one hell of a quiz coming for you and loads more of your favourite Rugby League juicy goodness. Strap yourselves in, kids. It's time for your favourite Rugby League podcast, the Super League pod. You're listening to... Why am I doing a fucking intro?
I don't know.
I mean, this is how long off we've been. We may as well just do this as part of the... As the kick-off to the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome along. Welcome along to the Super League pod. It's our second World Cup special edition, and it only takes a couple of weeks for me to get rusty and out of match practice.
Yeah.
But, as always, Mark and Tom here to cast our eyes over everything that's been going on in both World Cups. How are you, Mark?
Well, I think we're both labouring, aren't we?
Well, we're both working very hard, aren't we?
Too hard.
We're working hard at our jobs, but we don't like to let people down. And we do love to cast pods. So we're back. It's been a couple of weeks since we were together. How's your fortnight been? Last time we didn't really get up to much in between shows. Have we improved?
I've done stuff, and I'm trying to think what I've done.
We get too much done, that's the problem.
Last weekend, the weekend that's just gone, I went on sort of a stag do, but not really a stag do. Like, it was... My cousin's getting married in February.
Right.
And so we went out with the lad that she's getting married to, but it was more like a family sort of thing. So it was his brothers and
I see.
Our uncles and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've been on similar to those. Yeah.
We went out early doors on Saturday. Like, I missed the last 10 minutes of the Fiji-New Zealand game. We went and had breakfast, and then we got the train. Went to Preston, got the train to Windermere, then had a few beers up in the lakes, and then got the train back and had a few more beers out in Kirkham. So we started drinking at about 11ish in 10ish, 11ish in Preston.
Yeah,
and then.
How were you?
I was absolutely slaughtered by the time I got home, which was only about 9:30.
Blow me. I can't do this. I really can't do this anymore. How were you the following day? Were you alright?
Lethargic. Not great. But it was, I was out the next day as well.
Right.
That afternoon for tea for Lindsay's birthday.
Yeah.
So,
not very good.
So I had to sharpen up and get myself out to Lytham.
Shape yourself.
To have a meal with that, and what did I do the weekend before? I'm struggling to think what I did the weekend before.
I'm also struggling to think what I did the weekend before, but this weekend just gone, I went and travelled back in time, Mark. Went back 67 million years. Went to dinosaurs in the wild down at Event City in Manchester.
Oh, right, okay.
With the kids and Emma's family. There was about 10 of us in the end that went down. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Did you learn stuff?
No, it was just cool dinosaur shit, man.
Yeah.
It was good. But they do it like you're going back in time. So there's this faux company called Chronotech who have discovered time travel and take you back to the bases that they built in the Cretaceous period. So it's kind of half museum, kind of half experience with actors and people like that. So you get taken into the time machine with your 3D goggles on. I don't know why I air quoted for any of that, but there you go. You get taken into the time machine and you go back in time, and then it brings you out in the Cretaceous period, and you're driven up to the base, and there's dinosaurs here, there and everywhere, and you're looking out through the screens, and it's as if you're being driven up. And then you get to the base, and it takes you up through the different levels, and there's I won't spoil it too much, but there's different parts to this. It's like a laboratory, so there's like a living quarters and a research department, and then there's a viewing area, and you go into the viewing area, which is done out like a big it's a big circle basically with loads of different areas to look out on. You're looking at TV screens essentially, but you've got your 3D glasses on again, so it looks as if you're looking out, and then different dinosaurs walk past, and there's an attack, and you have to get out there really sharpish, and then you come out and you exit into the gift store. So it was brilliant though. The kids thoroughly enjoyed it. And so did the adults amongst us. So for people who are in the northwest, area, or maybe a little bit further afield at Event City. It's on until I think the middle of December, and it was fantastic, and it was well worth. It was about £18 a person, so it was relatively inexpensive as well. So it was very, very enjoyable.
That's not a bad crack, is it? When in this day and age,
we shit ourselves a little bit when we arrived with 15 minutes to go and saw a queue of what looked about 3,000 people snaking around Event City. But it transpired that there was a Minecraft event going on at the same time.
Oh, right.
So they were the Minecrafters who apparently had paid a bit of money to go and see these two YouTubers do a bit of Minecraft on big screens. I don't get it, but I'm not down with the kids.
Well, it's like their version of sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kids love it.
Kids love a bit of Minecraft.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's us all caught up.
Oh, one thing I needed to throw in, actually.
Yes.
And I'll need to show you the pictures of this later on, because I've forgotten to bring my phone into the recording zone.
Yes.
Our Liam, Uncle Liam, as everyone who listens to the show will know, quite a few people have met him, at different events and stuff, is doing Movember.
Is he?
Hilariously.
He looks like Windsor Davis, doesn't he?
He can't. It's not coming in.
Oh no!
Like, you know how he always has sort of a little bit of stubble?
Yeah.
That's all it gets to.
So does everyone just think he's not trying?
So, yeah. And if it grows a little bit beyond the stubble, it goes a bit blonde. It's very weird. I'll show you a picture later on.
Liam's wispy blonde tash.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That was enjoyable, yeah.
Okay, so the format of the show, before we get to you said you had a little bit of something you wanted to do, but the format of the show is going to be largely like last week's. I've neglected feedback and shout-outs because 2 weeks' worth just ends up being unwieldy and kind of harkens back to things that people might not have recalled.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into news. We've got the final round of group fixtures and the quarterfinals of the World Cup to review as well, and then we're going to look ahead to the semi-finals.
God, those group fixtures feel ages ago now.
Plan all that, exactly. Well, I think we'll probably focus more on the quarters, won't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the format of the show. There is a quiz coming up, Mark. I'm excited. We've got some more Who Am I's to do.
You brought me a stack of paper, so...
Well, we're going to do it in a different way so that people can play along at home more easily. So I just wanted to make sure we had sufficient paper and stationery to do that. But it's Who Am I's, and then the final answer is an anagram based on your previous answers.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be good. But I'll hand over to you.
Well, there were a few things. Do you remember at the end of last show, after we finished recording, I went, oh crap, I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, mention that. Yeah.
And then there were a few other things we spoke about that we wanted to share with the listeners. But first of all, a surprise occurred just after the last show we did, and I've been holding on to this for, almost 2 weeks.
Would I have been aware of this if I ever opened the podcast email account?
No.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
No.
All right. I don't feel like I've neglected it too much then. Go on.
And I'll have to actually abandon my seat and move a little bit. You might want to move too, but we'll keep the recording playing. If we get a bit more distant, it's because I'm opening the door and going into a different room.
Have we got a puppy?
Well, no. But this is a surprise.
Oh, fantastic. Mark is walking out. We've got a box of stuff.
Well, it's a box of beers, Tom.
Holy
There's one for each of us.
Shit,
30 beers a box.
Where have these come from?
Our lovely listeners.
Which lovely listeners?
Well, I don't know exactly.
You don't know?
Have a quick look, but we can have a bit more of a look later on.
Oh my god. This is absolutely fantastic. It's got a copy of Hoptical magazine, a sharp eye on the beer world. This is insane. Let's take the podcast mobile, shall we, and let's bring the dictaphone with us. This is unreal. This is a massive box of beer.
Yeah.
So there's two massive boxes of beer. So this is yours and this is mine.
No.
Wait.
This big box of two small boxes is yours. This big box of two small boxes is mine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And we don't know who they're from?
Well, I'll try and fill you in with what I do know.
Right, okay, because there's a mystery to be solved here. This is sensational news. Right.
Well.
Okay, so we're not mobile anymore.
So, obviously, I want to thank everyone more publicly than I've been able to so far. Since the presents arrived, because there was a bit of a kerfuffle that occurred on the delivery of these things. They got delivered, apparently, to an address that didn't exist.
Right.
So then Fatboy Rob, who was amongst the ringleader group for this wonderful gift, was in touch with Emma, who was supposed to take them in.
Right.
And then hide them from us and then surprise us with them. But then Emma was getting all flustered this one night when I came home from work.
Right.
And so I had to inquire as to what was up.
Yeah.
And then it all unravelled.
And the house of cards came tumbling down.
Yeah. That this box had not come but was meant to come.
Right.
What I don't think the guys and gals who organised it realised was that, well, they obviously overestimated two things. One, the size of my house, and two, the strength of my wife, because how Emma was supposed to hide those from me for 2 weeks.
She has strength of character, if nothing else. Let's put it that way. You have similar upper body strength.
No, she's weaker than me, which demonstrates how weak she is.
Weaker than me. Like a kitten.
Yeah, so...
so go on, so tell me more then. So they came in and obviously the secret...
I believe Langers was the main guy behind the logistics of it all. People across the listener base have donated towards this wonderful gift coming to us. I'm sure 120 beers didn't come particularly cheap.
No, it certainly doesn't.
And obviously there was a bit of a drama with the whole delivery thing that they had to go through. So, thanks to everyone for this. I've been sort of included in a group that has like people like Dar Garner, Dr. Bob, Chris McEwen, Dave Powell, Sarah Scoots, Penzie, I think Ludo, I think Paul O'Brien's, a few, I don't want to miss anyone out, but there's about 15 people or so in that group, and I'm not even sure if the donations towards the gift went beyond that group. So I think some of them are looking for us to drink some of the stronger ones when we do our Christmas special.
We absolutely will. Well, I certainly won't be getting through that many in that is... I'm just overwhelmed. That is such a lovely, lovely gesture.
I've been overwhelmed for 2 weeks almost.
I bet you have, yeah.
Yeah, I have started on mine, to be honest. But
well, there you go. But no, I'm really looking forward to getting in and getting amongst it with these. I'm lost for words.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Know how to put it, but just thank you. That is entirely unnecessary and exceptionally generous of all of you who are involved.
I mean, if we did start this podcast up for one thing, it probably was free beer, but...
Yeah. It's we played the long game 4 years later. Well, paying off. Everything's coming up crook.
We're used to getting beers along the way at events and stuff, but this was something else. So
it's a tremendous...
Absolutely amazed.
It's a lovely gesture and not at all... underappreciated. That's fabulous, and I will thoroughly enjoy working my way through each and every one of those, and I'll take it seriously, and I'll read the notes and come and we can talk about our beers and our experiences.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal. Thank you very, very much.
To roll on from trying to now exceed the generosity that we've already
we just call it a draw.
One of the things we asked about in the end of season review was about whether people would be willing to make subscriptions or donations or that sort of thing.
Yes.
Quite a lot of people at least indicated one-off donations. A few were happy to pay regular kind of subscription donations. So we're going to spend the off-season looking into some avenues for that sort of thing. Another thing that's been suggested to me by some of that group is advertising on beer mats, and David Powell seems to be running with this one in terms of trying to arrange the logistics and stuff. So I'm going to link in with him, and that might be something that we think about, either leafleting or beer mats or something, to start handing out or distributing in pubs and bars near grounds. Maybe, I'm not sure how it might work. For the start of next year as well, so it's a bit of a build up into that.
Okay.
But there are some ideas. In terms of the donations, we might be looking at setting up a Patreon page, where people can make regular subscriptions, or we might be seeing about how to work in some sort of donate facility through PayPal or something.
Okay.
So we were thinking about that, and then Dave came up with this thing, and then this beer situation.
I'd say 30 bottle of beers on an annual basis is fine by me. Anything after that
it's completely great. And then the last thing that I was going to wanted to talk about last week is every new season we get a new bit of music, don't we?
We do.
Rich Wilkinson is our primary musician. I don't want to step on his toes. Basically, this is giving him
he's our resident DJ.
It's giving him a red hot alert that we're ready for him to get on his. Get out the computer and get his...
Whip out his vinyl.
Yeah, but if anyone else wants to submit like bits of music, we can maybe put different bits between different sections or whatever. So opening that up, but more as well. If there's any sort of designers out there who listen to the show, we're thinking we maybe need to sharpen up our logo, or revamp it maybe slightly. Similar theme to what we have now, but if anyone is that way inclined and wants to have a go at throwing together some sort of logo that features the idea of rugby and podcast and Super League pod in there somewhere, have a crack at it by all means and send it to us, because one of the things that I was saying to Dave, like hold off on the beer mats idea, we might be looking for a new logo,
rebrand,
even if it's just the same logo we have now.